Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about marketing budget. My name is Minh Tran. I'm the co-founder here at Scale My Cleaning Business. So before watching this, go ahead and take the time and like and comment below. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Marketing spend. What is your marketing budget and how you can take a small budget and eventually start compounding it to eventually be spending thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on marketing. There's a saying, which is the most successful business in the world are willing to pay the most for their customers. So one thing you want to keep in mind is this. There's many ways of acquiring customers, which I'm going to list on this whiteboard here. But with many ways to acquire a lead, I want to make sure you understand how to utilize your marketing budget in regards of where you're currently at. My honest opinion with new business owners starting out, you want a budget anywhere from $500 to $1,000 that you can spend per month on generating opportunities. Now, if you don't have an extra $500 to $1,000 set aside to pretty much spend on marketing, then you got to go to alternative strategies like cold calling, door knocking, flyers, things that aren't going to cost you that much money. Let's just say you have $500 to $1,000 set aside for your marketing budget. How can you continue to compound that to eventually have tens of thousands of dollars every single month to grow your business? Okay, so let's start off with a couple of ways that you can genuinely invest your money to getting leads. Okay, number one is paid per lead. Companies like Bark. I've been hearing a lot about Bark, Home Advisor, Angie's List. Many companies you can go to buy leads, which is the first one. So the first one is pay per lead, Bark, Angie's List, etc. Or you work with a lead generation company, a company that is specializing in generating leads through many different methods for you. You investing money into Google, Facebook, Yelp, in their advertising platforms in return to generate leads. And these are honestly three of the most common ways of you generating leads when you do have a budget, because you can spend $500 to $1,000 on pay per lead. You can also spend $500 to $1,000 on a company to actually generate leads for you. And also on top of that, you can spend $500 to $1,000 on paid ads. Now, I'm going to break down the budget in regards of how to turn this $500 to $1,000 budget to $5,000 to $10,000 budget within ultimately 24 months or under. All right, so I'm actually going to use pay per lead companies as an example. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight. So if you're looking for a quick fix, quick get rich quick scheme, this isn't going to be it. This is actually a very profitable method if you understand that it takes time. Like in compounding and investments, you're not going to see the ultimate result of compounding until years, dozens of years down the line. Let's just say you have a $500 ad budget. And typically this video is towards cleaning owners that are just starting out right now, not having too much of a budget to actually get their business rolling, besides $500 a month that they actually get from working somewhere or have saved up in the past. If you're a bigger company right now, this video honestly wouldn't really make sense for you to continue watching, but what you can get from this video is the concept. In this case, if we're talking to small business owners that are doing $500 in ad spend or ad budget, you as a big business owner could be at $5,000, and your goal today is to convert that into $50,000 per month in marketing spend. Let's just take this $500 here, and this is an example that I'm actually going to take from somebody that I spoke to this morning. When you just start off a business, you go on Google and say, hey, I need leads. These big Home Advisor, Bark, pay per lead companies are the companies that's going to pop up. This person invested $500 into these pay per lead companies, which typically right now they're going into a credit type style of actually paying. So what this $500 gets you, let's just say 5,000 credits, right? Instead of dollars, it's credits that you're getting from these companies. And pretty much at $5,000 credit, there's going to be many different types of leads that you can purchase, right? So there's two types of leads that you can purchase ultimately, just to keep it simple. There's the residential leads, and then there's the commercial leads that you can purchase, okay? If you don't know, commercial leads are actually gonna be a bit more expensive because these are more contract-based companies or contract-based businesses, and sometimes these contracts can be $5, $10, $20, $30,000 per month. So the commercial space is extremely lucrative, but most business owners who are just starting out in the cleaning industry are most likely going to go and start with residential. I actually recommend you start with residential and get this dialed down, go through those process procedures of cleaning, because commercial is a whole different game. Okay, so let's just say residential leads are going to cost you 50 credits, okay? And commercial is going to cost you 150 credits. Now, you have 5,000 credits, just hypothetically. I honestly don't know how many credits you can get from $500, but in this case right here, let's just say with 5,000 credits, at 50 credits per, you're going to be able to acquire a lot more leads than the example I'm going to give you, but I'm just going to hypothetically make up a number and just kind of go from there, okay? So let's just say you were able to generate 30 leads, aka purchase 30 leads that are residential from your budget here of $500 towards this pay-per-lead company. Now you have 30 leads that you paid $500 for, and I'm going to break down the number even more. So you started off with a $500 budget. Let's just say it's your first month in advertising. And this $500 budget got you 30 total residential leads. Okay? So typically, this is just a number that I just made up, right? So all in all, if you do the math in regards of how much it actually costs you to acquire a lead, I'm actually going to pull up a calculator before I give you guys any numbers, just so I'm actually accurate on it. So on average, each lead is about $17 that you're paying for, right? Which honestly, in the marketing world, it's pretty typical for a residential lead, if not a lot cheaper, depending on what platforms you're using. But hypothetically right now, let's just say $500 got you 30 leads. Now, this person I spoke to this morning, who is a new business owner just starting off her business, she was talking more about 29, 28 leads, and she gave me the close rate. So I just rounded up to 30, where out of 30 leads, she was able to actually bring 5 to 6 clients on board into her business in regards of paying her monthly to provide bi-weekly services, okay? So let's just say out of those 30 leads that you purchased, you spoke to the decision maker, you spoke to the person in need of the service, and you got 5 to 6 people who went, okay, well, I need your service, come out and actually provide it for me, right? So that's actually after giving the price to them. That's after also on top of that, talking about your services and making sure that it matches on what they need. And that's where these 30 leads turn into 5 clients. So if you had 30 leads and 0 people turn into actual business, what happened there could be a couple things. Number one, the service you provide just isn't what they're looking for. And number two, you're not really charging a competitive rate. You're either way too expensive, or if you're too cheap, they're most likely moving forward with you. So in this case, you're probably charging way too much. One of the biggest things that this specific person actually brought up to me of why some of these other leads did not move forward with them, and I want to make it clear to you guys that out of 30, that doesn't mean all 30 is really going to say yes and here's money, come provide me a service. Out of this 30, some people would pretty much just tell you that they found someone else, right? They found someone else. Number two, don't need it anymore. They're not really looking for it anymore, right? When they were looking for it, they probably just fill it out. They were kind of looking for it, but no longer looking for any type of cleaning. Or it's just too expensive for them. The price that you gave them is too expensive. I also had somebody told me, hey, they want per hour. We don't want to clean per hour, right? I don't want to be an employee. I actually want to clean for X amount of money, a fixed price in return to clean their property or their building or their residential home, right? So here's some reasons of why these 30 leads actually not end up 30 of them moving forward, because they could have found somebody else. They don't need it anymore. You're too expensive, or pretty much the way you structured your pricing is just not what they're willing to pay, which is totally understandable. So out of these 5 to 6 clients here, this specific person actually told me that they were able to convert 5 to 6 people into recurring residential clients. So every single month, they're making $500 from these 5 to 6 clients, okay? And this is pretty much how much they're gonna be making monthly. And now they're in a position where they just started their company, so they're the main person cleaning. So out of this 500, a good portion of that is actually going into their pockets. But some people would have employees, and typically employees would take about 50%, 60, 70% of this whole thing, depending on how much you're paying your employees, right? So I want to go back all the way to the initial investment, which is $500 in regards of budget. And you also funnel it to get 30 leads. Out of the 30 leads, going through your prices, going through the service with the customer, 5 to 6 of them actually move forward with you. And out of those 5 to 6 people, they're now investing in paying you about $500 a month total for you to do bi-weekly cleaning or just cleaning in general, right? Some of them could be one-time cleaning, which is perfectly understandable, but some of them actually need cleaning continuously. And one of the biggest things that I always tell cleaning business owners is ask the client if they need recurring cleaning. Is there anything else that you can provide to them that can actually have them be paying you more money in return for your services, right? So in this case right here, we're gonna make it super simple. Again, I got this number from talking directly with a new cleaning business owners. So I did not make any of this number up. I want you to understand that these are actually realistic numbers that you can actually look for and actually charge, etc., right? So going back to the reason why you watch this video, which is how to take the budget and compound it to make more money, okay? So with this specific person here, she had 2 choices in regards of how she's actually gonna spend the revenue that she just brought in, right? Because she just spent $500 and now she got $500 in monthly recurring clients, which ultimately, if she stopped spending $500, this $500 per month is gonna keep on paying her. So she invested $500 upfront for $500 per month, which in 12 months is $6,000. So technically, if she doesn't spend another $500 and these people stay for 12 months paying a total of $500 per month, then she just added an extra $6,000 within her business. Now, this is where it becomes very, very fun. I have 2 choices of where this money can go. And the next choice is going to dictate whether or not you can actually compound the initial investment to make it $5,000 within 12 months, 24 months, okay? So here's the thing. You have 2 choices. The $500 can come in here and it can go to bills, which are personal, or other expenses, okay, that are personal. Again, this is for new business owners, but if you're well established, right, you're gonna have also bills and expenses as well. So you're not gonna be fully able to actually do what is required, which is reinvest, okay? She had 2 choices. She'd pay her bills, which is personal bills, etc., because she's a new business and she's honestly just starting off her business, wanting to build it. So she has to use that money to pay bills. But what you need to understand, if you want to compound your marketing budget to turn it from 5 to 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,500 to 3,000 to 35 to 5 to 10, is you have to continue to reinvest into your business. So with this specific person, when I spoke to her, I asked her, hey, if you were told that you have to sacrifice all income within your business for the next 12 months, would you still be doing what you're doing? And in the front end, she said, yeah, of course, I'm willing to sacrifice and actually, not make any money with my business. And I told her, great. Well, then why are you taking the initial money here and putting it into bills? Right? And she's like, well, I need the money. I'm a new business owner. I need that money because I took money here to invest here. And I told her, well, if you're in that stage, you're never going to be able to compound the money that you initially put in. So because of that, you're always going to hit a wall, which is money comes in, money gets made, money goes to bills, money doesn't come back for you to reinvest into your business, which ideally is what it takes to really compound and actually grow your business in general. Hypothetically, you're a smart business owner that has savings, and you also on top of that have other ways of taking care of your bills. So because of that, you do have the money here to reinvest, which is this $500, okay? So I'm gonna break down the math on what would happen if you reinvest the money. But we know what happens if you take this revenue and put it into bills. You no longer have it. So you can't reinvest it, right? This 500 you turn into 500 here, gets reinvested. Now you have to wait another month to get the 500 again, which ultimately it's really difficult to scale a business if that's how you're operating. So let me go ahead and erase the whiteboard and come back to ultimately breaking down what it would look like if you reinvest the money. All right, so let's just say, again, your initial investment was $500 and breaking down earlier, like I said, 30 leads, 5 to 6 clients from it, you actually now added an extra $500 into your monthly billables, which now you just grew your business from $0 per month to $500 per month from the initial $500 investment. Now, how can you go ahead and compound it? Like I broke down before I erased the whiteboard and got to here, you can either reinvest or over here pay your bills, okay, personal bills, which ultimately you're not going to be able to scale if money that comes in get the bills, then guess what? There's no money coming back into the cycle here. But let's just say you reinvested the money, which then you take it and you put it back into the budget up here, okay? So let's just say now you're in the second round of investing $500, which is next month. Again, the month prior, you've added $500 into your monthly billable. So you adding or spending this money that you made back here isn't going to have you losing this money. If anything, now this $500 gets you the same result, right? In month 2, that means you have to times this by 2 equals now you have $1,000 in monthly billables. If I lost you there, I'm going to go ahead and backtrack and explain it to you, okay? So get rid of this 2 here. The first ever investment you made into lead generation, marketing, etc., your budget for your business, $500. You closed 5 to 6 clients from the 30 leads that you got. And so because of that, these clients are recurring. So they continue to pay you month in and month out, even if you don't have the $500 again to reinvest. But in this case, you do want to go ahead and take this $500 and reinvest it, which is putting it back into what got you those 30 leads, and do it again, get another batch of 30 leads, and you're going to close an extra 5 to 6 clients again. So you're going to duplicate what you did month 1 and duplicate it to month 2, which in this case, you're going to sign an extra 5 to 6 clients, paying you another $500 per month, which comes down to where I got the $1,000 per month now. So out of this $1,000 per month that you just brought in, if you're still capable of cleaning yourself, then great, your profit margins are very, very large. But if you do hire people, yes, it will slim down, but out of this 1,000, you can take 50% of it, which is 500, right? And reinvest it again for the 3rd time, which then it goes through the same cycle. You have now, the 3rd month, reinvested $500 again, got 30 leads, closed 5 to 6 clients, and added an extra $500 per month into your business, which takes this $1,000 and add an extra $500, which now makes your business $1,500 per month. I wrote 5 there, okay? So now you're at $1,500 per month within business because you recycle this initial $500 3 times to get the same result over and over again. Now, hopefully you see where I'm coming from, where now you take 500 again here and you reinvest it again for the 4th time into the process system that generated you the $500. And so because of that, you go ahead and put into the machine, the lead generation machine, the sales machine that you've just built, and now you get an extra $500 per month because you brought on 5 to 6 more from the 30 leads again, but this time you did it for the 4th time. So what this means is this $500, it's going to help you add an extra $500 recurring into your business. So now you're going to have $2,000 per month in monthly billables, okay? I'm going to stop there because I don't want to go any further in regards of the system. All I want you to understand is if you're able to reinvest into your business and continue to take a portion of what you're making and put it back in to then recycle it again, that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck when it comes to investing into your business in regards of growth, right? So again, she invested the money, which is $500, 4 more times, 4 more months. And so because of that, it continues to add $500 more and more and more. And now she went from making $0 per month, her first month, to now month number 4, she just made $2,000 per month. Now you repeat the same cycle, take 500, or this time you can take a little bit more, whatever you want. The faster you want to grow, the more you reinvest, right? So you take that, reinvest it for the 5th time. This is going to turn into $2,500. And guess what? While you're reinvesting, the $500 comes out of here. She has $1,500 left over. So you went from making absolutely 0 to creating yourself a flywheel effect that not only gives you enough money to reinvest again to make an additional $500 per month, but now you can also pocket some of the initial clients that have been paying you for the last couple of months. So this is where a business starts scaling, right? And of course, I'm not covering things like sales processes, systems and processes when it comes to onboarding, cleaning, and I'm just being very generic in regards of the flywheel effect, because that's what I want you to realize in this video. This video today isn't about, hey, how can you close more deals? Hey, how can you convert 30 to 5 to 6 clients? What I want you to understand is having those skill set by watching other videos that we have and or other videos that we will be uploading to help you with it. If you just reinvest your money, and that's what you got from this video, I have done my job, okay? Which is take the initial investment, invest it, make the money. If it's recurring, great. If it's one time, no problem. Do not take that money and put it somewhere else. Don't go buy yourself a Louis Vuitton bag. Don't go buy yourself a Tesla the first month investment that you just made. Like, wait. The longer you wait, the more it compounds. So what you have to understand in this video here is, number one, reinvest. Number two, doing so will result in compounding. And number three is just don't spend your money on bills. Don't spend your money on dumb things, right? When you're first building your business, be able to actually take that money and put it back into the business and feed the machine. So eventually you're spending $2,000 a month to make $2,000 recurring, which then continues to compound. And well, if we just add an extra zero to this 500 and ran the same process, you're going to be at a whole different place within your business. So hopefully this video helped and it made sense. I know there's a lot of stuff on the board, but again, I wanted to address some of the things that I ultimately want you to take away from this video, which is reinvesting into your business. When you do make money in the beginning stages, don't pay your bills with it. Find another way of funding bills and using the money that you make to funnel it into your business and do it over and over and over again to ultimately grow your business. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you have any more questions or video suggestions, leave it below and I'm here to help you out. Thank you so much for watching this video. And again, reinvest into your business. Peace out.